On a freezing night in New York City, Johnny Depp walked through a quiet, dimly lit street. He pulled his coat tighter around him, his wool hat shielding his face. He wasn't in the mood for attention. Tonight, he just wanted to disappear into the city, to escape the endless noise of Hollywood. The streets were nearly empty, the wind howling through the alleys, carrying scraps of old newspapers across the damp pavement. Streetlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the brick walls around him. Then, a voice broke through the silence. "Sir, can you help me?" It was barely more than a whisper, weak but desperate. Johnny turned toward the voice and saw her. A young woman sat on the cold pavement, wrapped in a ragged blanket. Her arms hugged her knees tightly. Her face was thin and pale, her hair tangled and unkempt. Her clothes were worn out, barely enough to keep her warm in the bitter cold. But it wasn't just her appearance that caught Johnny's attention. It was her eyes. There was something in them, something familiar, something broken yet strong. He stepped closer and crouched down beside her. "What's your name?" he asked softly. She hesitated, as if unsure whether to trust him. Then, finally, she whispered, "Sarah." Johnny reached into his pocket, pulling out his wallet to give her some money. But as he extended his hand, something else caught his eye. A necklace. A small, silver pendant hung around her neck, barely visible under the layers of worn fabric. But Johnny knew that pendant. He had seen it before. His breath caught in his throat. "Where did you get that necklace?" His voice was suddenly tense. Sarah instinctively clutched the pendant, as if afraid he might take it. Her expression turned wary. "It was my mother's," she said cautiously. "She gave it to me before she disappeared." Disappeared? A strange feeling washed over Johnny. His heartbeat quickened. He sat down beside her on the pavement, ignoring the cold beneath him. "Tell me everything," he said firmly. "Right now." Sarah took a shaky breath, as if dredging up memories she had tried to bury for years. Then, slowly, she began to speak. "I was just a little girl when my mother vanished," she murmured. "She told me she'd come back, but she never did. I was put into foster homes, moving from place to place, never knowing what happened to her. The only thing she left me was this necklace. She told me it was important, that it belonged to our family for generations. But she never told me why." Johnny felt a chill run down his spine. The necklace she wore, he had one just like it. It had belonged to his grandmother, who always told him it was part of their family's history. But there had only been one, or so he thought. "Did your mother ever mention a name?" Johnny asked carefully. "Someone she trusted?" Sarah hesitated, then nodded. "She used to talk about a man named Richard." Her voice was barely a whisper. "She said he was the only person who knew the truth." Johnny's blood ran cold. Richard. That name wasn't unfamiliar. Richard had been an old friend of Johnny's father, someone who had mysteriously disappeared years ago. There were rumors, stories, but no one ever found out what really happened to him. Johnny's gut told him this wasn't just a coincidence. "Where have you been staying?" he asked, his voice softer now. Sarah looked away, ashamed. "Mostly the train station," she admitted. "Sometimes in public parks. Wherever I can." Johnny exhaled slowly. This wasn't just another tragic story. It was personal now. He stood up and held out his hand. "Come with me." Sarah's eyes widened in alarm. "Where?" "Somewhere warm," Johnny said. "Somewhere safe. And after that, we're going to find the truth together." Sarah had spent her entire life not trusting anyone. But there was something in Johnny's eyes, something steady, something real. For the first time in years, she made a choice. She reached out, and took his hand. And in that moment, neither of them realized that this night would change both of their lives forever. But the biggest question remained, was this just a chance encounter? Or had fate brought them together for a reason far greater than either of them could imagine?